welcome to today's class. This is Sigma Tech Consult Limited. Today we will have to look at discounts and commissions. It's a business aspect of mathematics, and I know some of you want to be businessmen and women. So it's important you pay a very good attention to this topic so that you know how to trade with your customers, okay? All right, so let's look at the learning objective today. By the end of the lesson, we should be able to define discount, okay? We should be able to define commission, and we should be able to solve problems on discount and commissions, okay? So let's define some terms. Let's define discount, let's define commission, all right? So what is discount? By way of definition here, I say that discount is defined as the amount taken off from a regular price. The amount taken off a regular price. For instance, if the price of goods is 100 naira and you are allowed to pay 80 naira for that goods, that the price is 100 naira. What that means is that you have been given a discount of 20 naira. So that amount taken off of the actual amount of a product is called the discount. Okay, so that discount may be in direct amount, or it may be given to you in percentage. So it's good you know how to calculate this, okay? All right. While commission is an amount of money that an individual receives for an extra work done, okay? An amount of money an individual receives for a particular work done, okay? All right, so a commission is generally a percentage of sales. So it could be the sales an individual makes for a particular product, okay? A particular percentage of that sales can be given to the person as commission, okay? So that is what the idea is talking about. So let's look at solving problems on discounts and commissions. But first, before we go into taking some examples, let's understand some points, okay? Here I say in solving problems on discounts, this formula is used. The formula is selling price is equal to the marked price minus the discount price, okay? Cash discount, or the discount price. So the selling price, meaning the amount an individual will pay after a discount is given. So to get that is the marked price subtracted by the discounted amount or the discounted cost that is given, okay? So that is how to get the amount to pay, all right? When you have a discount on a particular product, it means you will not pay the real value of that product. So let's look at some keywords that when we begin to solve that you will always see in place of discount. So once you see something like that, you know that they're talking about discount. Excuse me, such words are reduced, so they can ask you to reduce this something, or a trader reduced this item by this. So you should understand that they're talking about discount. So reduce, off, okay? Remove, decrease. So all these words are key to what we are discussing today. So you must understand their usage. So let's look at what we have here. The marked price of a ceiling fan is 4,000 naira. The shopkeeper allows a discount of 6% on it. The question is, find the selling price of the fan, okay? Now let's look at that. Number one, examples now. So number one, the marked price of a ceiling fan is 4,000 naira, okay? Just you can see the question from the screen because I won't have to write it here, I'll just solve. The marked price of a ceiling fan is 4,000 naira, all right? The shopkeeper allows a discount of 6%. So the marked price is 4,000 naira. And the shopkeeper allows a discount of 6%. Discount of 6%. Now they're asking us to find the selling price. What is the selling price? What is the selling price of that good? Selling price. So solution. Okay, so this man came to buy some stuff or came to buy ceiling fan in a shop, and the price of that ceiling fan is 4,000 naira. That is the price of the ceiling fan. 4,000 naira. And the shopkeeper says to the customer, oh, since you are my customer, you have been patronizing me, I will give you a discount of 6% of the 4,000 naira. So fine. So how much will this man pay the shopkeeper? So what that means is that this shopkeeper is giving this man 6% of 4,000 naira. So we have to find what 6% of 4,000 naira is. When we get it, we subtract it now from 4,000 naira. That is what he will pay. Do you understand me? So this is selling price. The selling price is going to be, of course, 6% of 4,000 naira is 6 over 100. Remember we said 6% when we learned percentage. 6 over 100 of is times 4,000 over 1. Okay? So this removes this. This removes this. Do you understand me? What I'm calculating here, remember, is the discounted price. Okay? So we're having 40 times 6. So we have 40 times 6. That is 4 times 6. That is 240. 40 times 6. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 4 is 24. So 240. So it means that discounted price, so we said therefore discounted price or amount, the discount amount is equal to 240 naira. That is, this 240 naira means that the seller of this ceiling fan is saying, Mr. Man, remove 240 naira from 4,000 naira. Whatever you get, that is what you will pay me. Is that okay now? So that is the discounted amount. So what is our selling price now? Remember the formula. Remember, selling price is equal to marked price minus discount. You see that? So the selling price which the man will pay is equal to, our marked price is 4,000. So it's equal to 4,000 minus our discounted price there or amount is 240. You get that? So 4,000 minus 240 minus 240, we take here, this becomes 3, put here, it becomes 10, we take again, this becomes 9, put here, it becomes 10, we take again, it becomes 9, we put here, it becomes 10. Okay? So, or then, let's even stop because there is no number here. I was even thinking there is number here. Okay? So let's take from here. Now we take here, this becomes 3, put here, it becomes 10, we take again, it becomes 9. We put here, it becomes 10 because 0 minus 0 is 0 already. So 10 minus 4 is 6. Okay? 9 minus 2 is 7. 3 minus nothing is 3. So this guy is expected to pay 3,760 naira for that fan. So that is what this young man is expected to pay. He's expected to pay 3,760 naira instead of what? 4,000 naira for that fan. All right? So let's look at the next one. The next one says a sweater originally costs, number 2. A sweater originally costs $37. That is the cost of a sweater. Last week, Mike bought it at 20% off the price. Okay? Now, I put that the price, but the price is not there. But you should understand that they are talking about the price. Bought it at 20% off. Off. Okay? So, how much was deducted from the original price of what? $37. Okay? The original price of the sweater is $37. Okay? So, let's look at original price, $37. $37. Okay? Last week, Mike bought it at 20% off. 20% off. Off. Okay? Now, how much was deducted from the original price? Now, listen. They are not asking you to find what the seller eventually sold it. They're asking how much did the seller ask Mike not to pay. All right? So how much did the seller ask Mike not to pay? So what that means is the discounted amount. That's what we are looking for. So once we are done with that, there is no point doing this. Okay? So once we get discounted amount, that's what they're asking us. Now, they did not ask you directly that what is the discounted amount. But you should understand, if they say how much was deducted from the original price, that is the discounted amount they are talking about. So, discount, so it means that discount, which is what we are asked to solve, discount is equal to 20% of $37 rather. Of $37. 20% of $37. So that gives us 20 over 100. Of course, once you see 20%, anything percent, X percent is X over 100. You should know that. 1%, 1 over 100. W percent, W over 100. U percent is U over 100. Okay? Anything that is attached to percentage sign is that thing over 100. Is that okay? So, 20% off. Off. Okay? Off is, this off is denoting multiplication, then 37 naira. Is that okay now? All right. So, what that means is this removes this, and we are having 2 times 37, 2 times 37 all over 10. Is that okay? 2 times 37 over 10. All right? Okay, let's just do this. 2 here is 1. 2 here is 5. Is that okay? So we are having 37 all over 5. Okay? So let's go to see what the discount will be now. The discount. So we're having 37 divided by 5. So the nearest multiple of 37, that is the nearest number to 37 that is a multiple of 5 is 35. Okay? Because 5 divide 37, there will be a remainder. So at what point will it divide to that the remainder will come? That is what I'm talking about. So that is the nearest number close to 37. Before you get to 37, that 5 can divide. That number is 35. Okay, so 5 in 35. Out of the 37, 5 can go till it gets to 35 before it can divide the remaining 2. So 5 in in 5 in 35, okay, is 7. Remainder 2. Remainder 2. Can you see that? So 5 in 7 in 37 is 7, remainder 2. Now, 5 into these 2 cannot go. So what you do, you put a decimal point here, you add 0 to 2. Is that okay? Now 5 can go to 20 now. 5 into 20, because there is already a decimal point you've added. 5 into 20 is 4. Is that okay? So this is 4. So the discounted price is $7.4. If you want to keep this thing in, what is it called? But then, you know why I had to put in decimal. Money is not kept in fraction. So if you want to put it in any fraction, it should be in a decimal fraction. So this is about $7.04. Okay? Just like we have in Naira and Kobo. Okay? So this is $7.4. Or if you want to put it in fraction, in mixed fraction, this is going to give us 5 into 37 will give us 7 whole number. 2 will be left, 2 over 5 dollars. Okay, so that is what this man, what was taken out from the original price of 37 naira. So you can maybe yourself now, you now tell me, give me that, you give me the answer at the comment section, okay? The comment section, just give me the answer there. In this same question we just solved now, how much will Mike pay for the sweater? How much will Mike pay for the sweater? All right, so give me the answer there. All right, okay, so the next one is a salesman sold goods worth 3,600 naira and received a commission of 5% for his work. A salesman sold goods worth 3,600 naira and received a commission of 5% for his work. Now the question is, how much was his commission in this transaction? How much was his commission? This man sold goods worth 3,600 naira, and they have told this man that whatever he sells out, he will receive a commission of 5% from what he sold. Is that okay? So his commission will be this. Number 4, talking about commission now. This man sold goods worth 3,000 naira. Goods worth 3,600 naira. That is the worth of the goods. Okay? And a commission of 5%. Commission of 5%. So the question is, how much was his commission in this transaction? Don't go and tell me 5% is his commission. 5% is just an idea of the commission you should find, okay? The commission must be in naira. What is it in naira? So it's simple. His commission, solution. His commission is 5% of the amount of goods sold. That is his commission. 5% of the amount of goods he sold. So this is equal to 5% of 3,600 naira. So this gives us 5 over 100, remember, times 3,600 naira. Is that okay now? Okay, so you may just put over 1. This removes this. This removes this. Is that okay now? So we are having 5 times 36. So here, if we calculate that, 36 multiplied by 5, all right? 5 times 6 is 30. So 30, write 0. carry 3. Okay? 5 times 3 is 15 plus 3 is 18. So 180. So this is 180 naira. That is the commission. So the commission that was given to this guy when he sold a good of 3,600 is 180 naira. So that was an extra thing given to him for doing so well by selling 3,600 naira worth of goods. Is that okay? All right, let's look at the next one. Susie just bought a new laptop. It was $459 plus 8% sales tax. How much was her total purchase? Okay? Susie just bought a new laptop. Now, the price of the laptop was $459 plus 8% sales tax. That is the cumulation. So the question is, how much was her total purchase? What that means is, how much did Susie actually pay? How much did she pay to the owner of the laptop shop? Okay, so let's look at that. Let's quickly look at that. Now, that is a commission question. Why is it a commission question? Now, the tax, you know, every organization has some tax they pay, maybe for a particular item they pay to the government. So on this particular laptop that Susie wants to buy, or that Susie bought actually, the government has a sales tax of 8% on that laptop. What that means is that whatever the original price of that laptop is that the seller wants to sell, they will add an extra 8% tax of that amount, which is going to the government account. So it means that the person coming to buy that item is paying for that tax and not necessarily the seller that is paying for the tax. So you are paying for the tax of that sales, okay? So the seller gives the tax to government and takes his own. But the question is, that man buying, this girl buying this laptop, how much will she pay? So now let's look at it. Susie, I think this is the fourth question. Susie, the laptop price was $459. They say plus 8% sales VAT, sales tax. So it's simple. The solution is this. 8% of this, what is the tax? Okay, tax. The tax is equal to 8%. 8% of the amount, 459. 8% of this. That is the tax, the sales tax. So this is 8 over 100 times 459. Is that okay? 8 over 100 times 459. Is that okay now? All right. I will do a very simple thing here. I will do this. 8 times 459 over 100. Hope you know it's the same thing. Okay? Now, what it will simply mean is, I know I have told you in our classes, in some of our classes, that when you see any number being divided by a number in the multiple of tens, okay, that has, you know, all those numbers that have 0, 0, 0, 0, okay. Now, there is an invisible sign here, which is a decimal point, in the invisible decimal point, okay. So this 100 here, because it has 2 zeros here, this point will move backward 2 times so that this will go off. So this will now go 1, 2, it will go 1, 2. So the point will now come here. So this will now mean 8 times 4.59. This 100 is off. We have removed it by introducing point here now. Is that okay now? All right, so we can easily solve this now. So 8 times 4.59. All right, so we're having, let's quickly solve that here. All right, 4.59 multiplied by 8. Okay, we have 2 decimal places here, so we know what to do there. So 8 times 9, 8 times 8 is 64, 8 times 9 is 72. Is that okay now? So these 2 remainder 7, all right? 8 times 8 times 5 is 40, plus 7 is 47, all right? 47, so we'll write 7, remainder 4, 47. 8 times 4 is 32, 32 plus 4, okay, is 36, so 36. So we're having 36.72. Because why is that 0.2 there? Because we have 2 decimal places there, so we'll put it there. So this is equal to 36.72. Okay, $36.72. So the tax on this particular amount is 36.72. This is the tax. Now the question is, how much was her total purchase? So her total purchase will be, total purchase will be equal to the amount, okay? The original amount of the product, amount of product of laptop plus sales tax. So this will give us equal to $459 plus $36.72. All right? So that is what that will give us. So 459 plus 36.72, 36.72.00. All right? So this will give us 27.9 plus 6 is 15. All right? 5 carry 1, put here. This becomes 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 3 is 9. All right? 4 comes down. So this gives us 495.72. $495.72. So that is the amount that Susie will pay for that laptop. All right? So let's look at some examples from the Examguide app. Let's take some examples there quickly. All right? Let's consider some few questions there. So I'm taking some random questions from the Examguide app now. All right. The first question I have here is the selling price of an article is 24,500. That is the selling price. Selling price of an article is 24,500. I think that is number 5. And we'll take one more question. That is 6 questions should get you set and prepared to answer any question on discounts and commissions. Okay? Okay. So, number 5. The selling price of an article is this. Selling price of an article is 24,500. 24,500 naira. That is the selling price. Full stop. They say if a discount of 5%, discount of 5%, if a discount of 5% is given, how much does a customer pay? This is simple, very simple. Okay, you should be able to do this now, but let's just do it quickly. All right, remember that our selling price, which is what they're asking us, how much the customer will pay, is equal to marked price, all right, minus discount amount. So the first thing we look at, we know our marked price. Our marked price is 24,500. Discount is 5%, so don't go and put 25,500 minus 5. Do you understand me? Okay, so to apply this formula quickly, I think since we have done a very simpler form, okay, let me also teach you another way of doing this in very simple. Okay, so the selling price at once is equal to, the marked price is what? 24,500 minus, what is the discount? The discount is 5% of what? 24,500. You get that? So once we get, you know, the answer we'll get from here is still the same thing that when we finish getting, we'll now go and subtract. So let's just do everything at once, okay? So this will now be equal to 24,500 minus 5 over 100 multiplied by 24,500. Okay, you can put over 1 if you want to, all right? So 100 removes this, this removes this. So we are having 24,500 minus, everything remaining here is 1 times 1 is 1, so everything here is 1, so it's off, okay? So 5 times 2, 4, 5. 5 times 2, 4, 5. All right, 5 times 2, 4, 5. So we evaluate 5 times 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5 multiplied by 5. Is that okay? 5 times 5 is 25. So we put 5 and take 2 this way. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 2 is 22. We put 2. We take 2 this way now. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. So it's 1,225. So it means that the discounted amount is this. Can you see this? This thing in bracket is the discounted amount, this thing. So it means that 24,500, we subtract that discounted amount, which is 1,225 naira. You get the point now. So we can now open this thing now. This is 24,500 minus 1,225. You get that? So 24,500, is that all right? Minus 5,221. Is that okay? All right. So 0 minus 5 can't go. So let's borrow from here. Let's take from here. Okay. So 5 in, take 1 from 5. This becomes 4 now. We'll put here, it becomes 10. All right. But we are going to the last number because there is something here that is bigger than 0. All right. So from this 10, we'll also take 1. It becomes 9 now. We'll take 1 here to be 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 4 minus 2 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. 2 minus nothing is 2. So we are having selling price of Naira 23,275 Naira. Okay? 23,275 275 naira, and that gives us option number D. Option D, 23,275 naira. So what this man or what the customer will pay is, instead of paying 24,500 naira, he will pay 23,275 naira. Is that okay? All right. So the next one, let's look at the next one. You say on every sale of goods worth 10,000 naira. On every sale of good worth 10,000 naira, there is a commission of 550 naira. Now, this is not percentage, this is straight up. Now, the question is, if an agent delivers 150,000 naira, find his commission. This is quite technical, but simple. Now, understand your question very well. All right? Number 6. One thing in mathematics is, once you are able to grab what your question is saying, you can apply the concept that you have learned or you know, and you will solve the problem. Okay? On every sale of goods worth 10,000, there is a commission of what? 550 naira. It means that once this agent or this salesperson sells a good, okay, for 10,000, and he has sold goods and he gets to 10,000 naira, they give him a commission of 550 naira. Another 10,000, 550 naira. Another 10,000, 550 naira. So they say, if he sells or if he delivers 150,000 naira worth of goods, remember, each 10,000 is 550 naira. So they say, we'll find his commission. So the question is, how many 10,000 do we have inside 150,000 naira? Once we get that number of 10,000 naira we have inside 150,000 naira, we multiply it by the commission that each 10,000 naira will have. Do you understand? So each 10,000 naira attracts 550 naira commission. So how many 10,000 do we have in 150,000? That is where our problem lies. Once we are able to identify that, we can get what the commission of this man that delivered these goods will be. Okay? So the question is, for every 10,000 naira, there is what? There is a commission of 550 naira. You get that? So what will be the commission in 150 naira? So in 150,000, what is the commission? Now, I have twisted this question in a simpler way so that you have a better understanding of what the question is. So the first thing we do is, let us divide 150,000 by 10 so that we'll know how many 10 we have in there. That's how we can know. Okay? How many 2 do we have in 10? How we can get how many 2 in 10 is to divide 10 by 2. So that we'll know that we have like 5 2 in 10. That is 5 times 2 is 10. If we want to know the number of 5 we have in 40, is to divide 40 by 5. That is 8. It means there are 8 5s inside 40. That is 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. This is 8. Do you understand? So in 150, how many 10 do we have there? Remember, this commission 550 goes for each 10, each 10, each 10. So it means that 150,000 naira divided by 10. 10,000 naira. So this removes this, this removes this, this removes this. This removes this. It means that we have 15 tens in 150,000 naira. 15. What that means is that we will count 10 into 15 times before we arrive at 150. Do you understand? In another sense, if you multiply 15 by 10, that is 150. That is what I'm talking about. Now, it means that 550 naira is applied here. So what we have to do is the commission for 150,000 naira worth of good at 550 naira per 10,000 naira will now be equal to 15 times 550. 15 times 550. I want to believe that is very clear, very simple and clear. Okay? So what that will mean is 550 multiplied by 15. Is that okay? So 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Write down 5. Take 2 here. 5 times 5, 25 plus 2, 27. We go to 1. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 5 is 5. So when we have this, adding together, we have 0 plus nothing is 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Write down 2. Carry 1 and put in 2. It becomes 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. Is that okay now? All right. So it means that what the total, remember this is in naira. So what the total commission that this man will get would be is 8,250 naira. 8,250 naira, and that is option D. All right. So these are some very simple ways of calculating commissions, calculating discounts in mathematics. And I want to really believe that with this, you can, it will be very easy for you to calculate discounts and what is it called, and commissions whenever you see such kind of questions in your exams. Okay, so this is how far we can go today. I think I gave you an assignment, something while we are going. You can just solve that and post your answer in the comment section. Thank you very much. I'll see you in our next class.